What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in our city says, what up, doe? What up? What up, doe? What's going on, everybody? Big salute to the replay gang. Everybody coming in and out of live. Salute. Everybody, if you could take whatever finger you could. Real smooth like. Real cool like. Tap on that thumbs up button for yours truly in the biggest M. And I mean the biggest M I do know. Comment, share the live in my TikTok voice. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowances made for the fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use, y'all. You heard me say it. You can't say I didn't. It's in the description. It's in the chat. Y'all know the rest. No copyright infringement is intended. Copyright rights belong to the rightful owner, which would be Michael Jackson. He did his motherfucking thing on that one. I love that song because they don't really care about us. I see you down there in the comments. Hey, 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 hey. There is our link right there. If you want to come up here and join me in the biggest, and I mean the biggest M, I do know, and, rattle our criminal mind, and we rattle yours. I don't bite, she might. Go ahead, come on up here. Big M, salute to a humble queen. How are you today?
Salute, salute, salute. And I'm about to get off sidetrack. I'm about to get that tattoo done of the biggest M you know. I'm about to get that tatted.
I am too. I'm for it. I like the idea. So real quick, Big M, the reason why I wanted, if like the title is crazy work, we me and you know how I know how you feel about mainstream. I know you know how I feel about mainstream. And the title's Bombshell, and the timeline has shifted. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Big M, at any point in time. Please do. The timeline has not shifted. There's still a gap between 3 o'clock and I think it's 4 something. All the same gaps are still there. There's no shift. It's what mainstream does. Hold on, let me get my notes real quick. Because I got to stay on topic. And y'all know how I articulate myself with my fast genius mind too. Hold on. Big M, but you got anything to say real quick?
Yeah, I was waiting to see what you coming up with today. I watched some stuff last night, and it's like, how is I seen 1,001 cameras all over Horn Island. I ain't know people actually live on there. It's $1 million homes that has cameras, but nobody seen this boy drowning. That's what getting me. It's like nobody's seen him drowning. And then they went to Lover's Lane for 45 minutes. What were they doing there? So it's like a lot of stuff. But I ain't want to blow your show, so I'm gonna be quiet. I don't
Big
like
M,
mainstream.
hold on. Our show, no, our show. We freestyle. We freestyle, and it works for us. So our show. You're not. Don't ever say that again, or you're fired.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like I'm just like, but no, I go by mainstream. They sugarcoat everything. They make everything to be how they want it to be. They have the narrative. They can control the narrative. That's what they do on mainstream. But here we do uncut, raw, true.
Let's go. Real smooth with it. Real fucking cool. Real true with it. Right, Big M?
For sure.
So,
You thought
are you talking to me or one of the babies?
she just threw the tablet on the floor. One of my grandbabies, I tell you.
All right. So listen. To me, my opinion, mainstream is about attention. Attention is the product. Number one. It's not about the victim. I have my certificate. I have my credentials for advocating. the number one thing when it comes down to this shit, it's always about the victim. It's never about attention. It's never about you. It's never about their family, neither. It's about them, the victim. Always. So that's in my opinion. We're gonna break mainstream down real quick. Let's see. They always have mild updates, or because they're so big, they do like Nancy Grace, and all them other people, and put the title Bombshell, and they use the same picture, and say, "Oh, a shift in the shift. There's a shift in the timeline." Where? Where? No, there's not. Because at the end of the video, there's still a gap. And there's still those gaps. So where did the shift come? Just because you have the Cajun Navy, whatever the fuck you got on your side. But guess what? I did my research. That's a whole volunteer group. They are not the police. And they're going off of pictures that were sent in, not their own work. Okay? Mainstream, damn. But y'all believe it's got to be true because it's the Cajun Army. It's got to be true because the Navy said it. It's got to be true because Nancy Grace said it. They're not God. Why? Why does it got to be true when there's no evidence? Wait.
I'm sorry. What did they say?
Like they said, like them saying there's a shift in the timeline. No, there's not. There's no real evidence that the timeline is still unclear.
But they could go by the time of death, but the court haven't ruled according to the time of death yet. So they haven't even gave the time of death, haven't given the autopsy to the time that he died. So everybody's going there 4:30, 5 o'clock. Well, no, 3 o'clock, 4:30 thing. But how did they not know? I mean, I'm lost. If all their phones was on the boat, how do you know what time it was? They didn't have on watches. I watched everybody think nobody had on a watch.
Big M, Buttercup.
Nobody had no. I watched the thing over. Nobody had on a watch. So how you know what time it was? From the CITO call and the time of death, you got to get that. They don't got the time of death yet. It hasn't been released to nobody.
Until the grand jury sees it, nobody will know. So for Nancy Grace, because she got money and she got all the people, because she's not real, she's mainstream, it's got to be true, right? Because Nancy Grace said so, and she's got an attitude, and she might cuss you out, right? It's got to be fucking true, right? Not over here. So when I say Big M, and this is what I'm saying, in my notes, so the timeline shift, right? I'm talking about the timeline shift. First of all, we have from the goat's mouth himself, in an interview with Tatum, say, the last time I saw Nolan was at 3 o'clock. Here's the shift. At 4:30. He didn't, in his own story when he's talking, he didn't even say him. He said his friend he heard. So he's close enough, though, to hear his friend at 4:30 when he said they left. Like, that's what they're trying to say is a shift. That's the inconsistency, not a shift. Big M, right?
Go ahead, I got you.
Okay. So, let me break down that real quick. Inconsistency, because for me, I had to learn that automatically when someone was being inconsistency, it doesn't automatically mean lie, but it is a red flag. Oh boy, golly, it is a big red flag. It's not a green one. It's not, but it doesn't automatically mean a lie. I will say that. But it's a big, huge red flag. Especially should be a big red flag to the police, right, Big M? Inconsistency in a story from a brother. So, folks, let me do it our way, raw, real and uncut.
Yeah, my bad. I had a party.
Go ahead.
I had to take her to the party real fast. Now, what was you saying?
I'm gonna say, how about I'm saying like for Nancy Grace, they're trying to say a timeline shift. No, it's an inconsistency. And I said and I'm saying inconsistency for me. I automatically would have been like lie, but it doesn't automatically mean lie, right? But it means a red flag for sure, a big huge red flag, not a green one. And I was saying, especially to the police, especially if someone lost their life, an inconsistency should be a red flag, and right.
A huge red flag of lying. You talking about it? It's a thing of lying, because the truth is always going to be consistent. It's not going to change. A lie is going to change 1,000,001 times, but the truth is always going to stay the same.
So here's an example. So when Nolan, I mean, not my bad. Here's an example. So when he was telling the time about Nolan when he saw him at 3, again, that's Nancy Grace and all them, because they got the power, and it's sickening. Because it's not about the victim. It's always about the victim. I don't give a fuck when it comes down to them losing their life. I don't care what age they are. It's always about the victim. But because his best friend, brother, it made the story inconsistent, and then another person's made it even more inconsistent. Now we got several inconsistencies. They say it's a timeline shift. You know what that does? That causes more damage to the case for Nolan and his family. Because now you're causing confusion, because you want to click, you want to view, and you want to be cool. Because you can't even be great. Mainstream. Big M, anything to say?
No, ma'am, I'm with you. I'm following you. I just think mainstream is control. It's control what they can say.
It's because they have power, because they got money. Because money gets power. Remember, bullshit money talks, and bullshit gets to walk every fucking time. Me and Big M, we used to come to it because I'm not even gonna say it, but we know what's understood and gotta be explained. Money, and it's disgusting. I feel like I can't even speak on it, but I would hope, if I was to come into some big chunk of money, that I would remain humble and still have this same. I hope a big chunk of money couldn't do that to my soul. I would never want to be like that. I would find a different way. There's people be getting rich off of just throwing their ass on the internet. Like, we can't do this to these victims, yo. Big M, anything to say?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's money. Everything is about money and power. Look at the one who got canceled because he said something about Donald Trump. I forget, was it Jay Leno, or what was the guy that got canceled?
I can't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about. But the orange man.
You talk about them and they be ready to, yeah.
So, and again, what I was saying is, inconsistency does not automatically mean a lie, but it definitely is a red flag, a huge red flag, and it would make me as a popo, as a modest police officer, that's gonna make me go harder. Okay, I'm gonna go harder, and if you got me scratching my head, I'm gonna investigate even harder. That means more work has to be done. Okay, just saying. But in this case, it's opposite. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not fucking mistaken. Kind of weird, but and when we think of inconsistency, why people always kind of jump to a lie, automatically jump to a lie, is because it feels right. It feels clean. You know what I'm saying? Because the word I'm trying to say is deceive. Like, they're trying, you know what I'm saying? Deceive. And our emotions, because we are human, we're emotional. So when we see inconsistency, we're like, boom, 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 boom. But it automatically doesn't mean, I'm just saying. But we have not only one inconsistency, we have several, maybe over. And then with inconsistency, that's got to bring witnesses, right? So how come you can use all the witnesses for inconsistencies, but none for proof, like the proof to help him? This is crazy work. Big M, stop me if I'm wrong. If I'm full of shit.
My thing is like out of all them people, they only got one or two witnesses that actually seen him after 5 o'clock. They allegedly said someone seen him at 6 o'clock on the island. Told me he was drunk. I doubt it. He was a football player. He took his sport seriously.
So, and I'm glad you said that. And then, so basically, so I want to ask, and I know I could have missed something, but I don't see the police, because when we were just talking about inconsistency in a story of somebody losing their life, okay? As a police officer or as a unit, when we go back, we should be going back. We should be re-interviewing the same people that we already did, right? Going back over the work and see what the fuck we missed. Because there's an inconsistency. Because something ain't fucking right? But these motherfuckers want the inconsistency. They're helping it. Right, Big M?
They keep changing the narrative.
But again, let me ask you. He who controls the narrative controls what?
The outcome. The
And
situation, the outcome.
The perspective. And I'm using he who controls the narrative, the deceiver who controls the narrative is gonna control the way you think and see everything, right? And mainstream, right, on the TV, we're using our eyes to watch, right? Crazy word. Don't let your fucking eyes deceive you, folks. Use your brain. Do your research. Don't just think, it's gotta be true, Nancy Grace said it. Don't just think, oh, because my son's going out with a bunch of rich white people, he's safe. Don't just think, oh, I'm in the hospital. They're wearing the gowns. They went to school. They're not going to let nothing happen to me. Nothing could ever happen to me here. Don't just think because you send your kid to school and them fucking teachers got credentials and shit that you're in safe fucking hands. Okay? Please. So, I want to say this. This is what, in black and white, report, the only thing that we have for this case is we have GPS snippets, people in the water, the date of July 4th, okay? Okay, that's, you know what I'm saying? We have a cluster of boats, right? What else do we have? None of that is anywhere close to helping prove what happened to Nolan Wells. It doesn't even, we have them holding cans and stuff. It doesn't even come close to the manner of dying. And we got people out here saying he drowned. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the speculation is crazy. We know nothing. We know nothing. In the time, we don't even know the timeline at all. But we have mainstream telling America there's a shift, bombshell shift in the timeline. When you know better, you will do better. I promise you. But you gotta put in the work to know better. What else do I want to say? Oh, I see y'all commenting. Hold on. Who's down here? Oh shit, Big M got. It won't let you back up. It's because you said his name. I told you not to say his name. You gotta say Orange Man. You gotta say Orange Man, dog. Oh, look at that. I seen them jewels. Look at that. She just sent us 444 jewels. Let's go, Big M. Let me give you a round of applause. Justice for Nolan Welch, though. Man. Alright, Big M, thank you for the gem. And you are a gem yourself. And you're back. Hey, she's back, y'all. Big M, did you hear me about what, like, legit, really, really, what we only know and what we really have for this case?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, doesn't it seem like Nancy Grace and them, like this picture, the one that I made as the thumbnail, she keeps on fucking playing it, and I'm like, why do they keep on? Because you know how I feel. They keep on playing, and that's how they're playing in my face. Because they keep wiggling the JKKKK people, just out in the water having a grand old time, with their boats and shit. And I'm like, what is that? How do we even know if that picture is from that day? Because she's got the fucking Navy, the whatever Navy that is a volunteer service, because she's got power. Like, how do we even know that picture is from that day? I'm just saying. It's not from the FBI. It's not from the police. Have you heard anything from... I don't think I've heard really any, except for, like, Crump. I ain't heard no police or governor or official say anything about this. I might have missed it. Have you?
No, ma'am.
They said go ahead, Nancy, do your thing. Cause they in cahoots. Just saying. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question, Big M. And this is what's bugging the shit out of me real quick.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm about to put a picture up. So Big M. Nancy, I'm gonna put it on the video. So there's 4 boats, but 5 actually. They named that boat Boat 1, but it's cut off because I cropped it. Then the boat we see that's like that you would think is Boat 1, that's Boat X. Why is it Boat X? Then after Boat X is 2, Boat 3, and the boat that it says the truth right there, you see the motor? That's Boat 4. Why is that Boat X? Big M? What the fuck? Did I miss something in school? Anybody in the bushes? She'll be back. But I'm gonna pull it up on Nancy. Nancy, why is that Boat X? Why does it go 1X 2 3 4? I'm real confused. Why is nobody asking that question? Did I learn how to count wrong in school, y'all? Like, is it 1X 2 3 4? Oh, okay. My bad. I guess I gotta get hip to some shit. I don't know how to count. I forgot crazy work. Okay. Let me pull this up. Nancy. I was kind of starting to give her a little bit of props just when she started to. I thought she was doing a little okay. When people show you who they are the first time, believe it. Nancy, you gonna always be fucking Nancy. Laughing Disco, let's go. And I accept that now.
Contacted and interviewed, and there's a lot of people who were there that day that voluntarily came forward to tell what they know.
This report goes a long way in identifying, who may be a witness to those critical hours and minutes that there are gaps of information.
A Nolan Wells bombshell report tonight. Does it reveal new witnesses? And because of the new timeline report, is there a timeline shift in what happened?
Nancy, oh, y'all, she makes me. This is mainstream for you. I can't. Hurry up.
The afternoon and evening, Nolan Wells seemingly disappears. His body found washed up at Horn Island. Not only has the timeline been analyzed by the Cajun Navy, the U.S. Cajun Navy, based on all sorts of statistical data, new photos are.
Nancy, are you cool? Statistical data. This is about a boy losing his motherfucking life, folks. We can't go off statistics. Man, I can't stand mainstream. I got Big M. What up, though? So wait, I'm gonna ask you a question, Big M. So they knew boat 1. They know who boat 1, 2, 3, and 4 is. Boat X is just part of the picture. Or are you being funny?
Yeah. Hold on.
Right. It's about to show the picture, though.
Are emerging. Take a look at this photo before we go to the.
All right. So, America! Begin! So,
What up? I'm here.
So, we got boat 1, boat X, boat 2, boat 3, and then Warren on Palm Beach, boat 4. Right? So, boat X is just X because they're not a part of nothing, right? That's what
they
you're
don't
saying?
know who boat it is.
So, they know who 1, 2, 3, and 4 is.
Yes. Bart had 2 boats out there.
So why not say, I don't know, like, what, I don't know, that's, because, I don't know, that bothered me, I mean, and you're saying that, you know what I'm saying, but, like, why wouldn't they say, like, be more, this is about someone losing their life. Why can't they be more clear?
Cajun Navy. Look at this. Check out what you're seeing. Look at all the boats surrounding where Nolan was. Leave up the photo out to Caitlin Becker, senior national correspondent, New York Post, star of New York Postcast, their new podcast. Caitlin, what are we seeing?
Well, what we're seeing here comes from this new report from the United Cajun Navy, and you're seeing several with all of those boats kind of tied together when that was taken.
My husband and I,
Big M and everybody watching in the replay gang, pay attention to Crump, and there's a lady behind him. When she talk, just pay attention. And pay attention to what she says and the faces they make. You can't just listen to the words. You gotta pay attention to body language too, because it speaks volumes. Especially when it's involving somebody losing their life. And this is the victim's mother. Okay? Pay attention.
have had countless conversations with all of our children about the importance of understanding when you are moving in different spaces with people that do not look like you. And it's unfortunate that we have to have these conversations.
There's nothing.
Big M, why is Crump still standing next to her? Why? I know you would have. I'm like, why is he still like? Is he an advocate or that like? Is that their lawyer?
There, Nolan is not on the boat. There's nobody that looked like Nolan on the boat. Let's get to this Cajun Navy geospatial timeline and vessel movement analysis document. Now, this was something that was breaking news. Look at what happened. Look at all of this. Blah, 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 blah. I saw another weirdo online just pumping it up. That dude used his whole live stream to talk about this, and it's a nothing burger. I went and reviewed it before I ever put it out to you guys, so I'm not going to mislead you and lead you astray, a lot of you, so I can get viewers and I can get people on here so I can sell you something. I'm not going to do that. We reviewed this thing, and it's a nothing burger. I don't even know why the Cajun Navy put this out. There's nothing there. Maybe it gives people fodder. They can create a lie because they know you're not going to read 26 pages. But I'm going to have Grant read the synopsis because we wrote you a quick synopsis on what you will see and won't see, and I'm going to go through the document so you know we didn't just make this up. All right? Grant, roll it.
Yes, sir. The United Cajun Navy report does not determine how Nolan Wells died or assign responsibility to anyone. Its most important finding is that a major gap remains in the timeline between Nolan's last independent corroborated sighting and
Nancy, even your people said there's a gap. I'm about to go get my dictionary, my Webster, and there's the definition of gap does not mean shift. The timeline has not shifted. Fuck.
the reported 4:31 p.m. departure of the boat he arrived on. The report also says the 4:31 departure time has not been verified through GPS, engine, or other electronic records, and that video showing approximately 3:23 and 4:27 may be important but cannot be treated as confirmed event times without the original files and metadata. The report also documents changes in position of several boats, including Boat X and Frontier Bay, but it cannot establish exactly when they moved, where they went, who was aboard, and whether those movements were connected to Nolan's disappearance. Finally, it also does not establish.
Big M. So the Cajun Navy, who are, like, I guess they're not even that, like, but because they said it, it's got to be true, right? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. This is crazy. Justice for Nolan Wells. May he rest in peace.
When or why the Triton began taking on water. The main recommendation is to obtain original videos, phone and location data, vessel GPS, and engine records, and complete passenger roster so investigators.
Yo, M-I, crickler, I, humpback, I. I have a question. Why the fuck are we hearing from the Cajun Navy? Why can't we hear from you? A sheriff? Like, every time, you know, why can't we hear from y'all? Why do we gotta hear from the Cajun, whatever the fuck, Navy? Because that's the Navy. The Cajun Navy.
Can build a verified minute-by-minute timeline.
Now, thank you, Grant. What he said was, it's a nothing burger. Pull it up. Get it back on the screen. It's a nothing burger. I'm gonna walk you through this thing so you know that I didn't just make it up. We're gonna do it real quick. So pretty much what they said is that they don't have any information enough to determine anything new in this case. They have a couple pictures that I've already looked at that doesn't show Nolan, and not one picture on here. Just so you guys know, Warren Hudson and the boys that have been accused have all given a timeline, pictures that don't say anything. Oh, Bertram is that contradicted it. So it goes down through a bunch of nothing and nothing, and here's a couple pictures that don't say anything. Really, I don't know why they put this out. So,
in my opinion, it was to cause confusion, to shift blame, to manipulate, to deflect, to cause nothing and nothing but the truth to come out. That's what they were doing. That's what they are doing, because they don't want the truth to come out.
just pictures there. On board the Trident. I wonder, is that picture there? It's just another picture of the beach. Kind of show you what it looks like out there when they were out there. Here's a couple photos here of what it looks like. And these, I think these are actually videos, but they're not going to play on this document. So these are a couple videos that put a little timeline together, but Nolan is nowhere to be found in any of this. Here's a little shot of kind of the area they were in. Nolan is nowhere to be found in this area. They don't depict Nolan anywhere. What a waste of time.
Like literally, Big M, how would that, or how does that make y'all feel? Like literally, this boy has lost his life. The Cajun Navy has came up with a timeline and photos, and none of them can that they think might be him, or they don't know, even have the victim. The whole victim's timeline that they came up with and came and slopped together. He's not even in it. They don't even know if he's in it. Lord, man, pray for us, man, in America.
Okay, this is what they were talking about, that 530 thing. I guess this content creator or person wrote a note pretty much saying that they believe they saw something suspicious. And then this person here on the right pretty much debunked it and said, hey, that was us who you yelled at. You should be more responsible, putting out false information. And so what the Cajun Navy is saying is that this was a post saying that they may have seen Nolan at 5. This was disputing that Nolan was seen at 5. The next time somebody had something with 7:30 where they said Nolan was nowhere to be found. So they got the 4:30 departure, and then they got this.
So sounds like the Cajun Navy cares more about defending and making sure the shifting and blame and deflection can keep going instead of doing what they really should be doing. That's crazy. That's a big red flag, y'all. I don't care. For me, in my world, in the way I live, yeah, big red flag. I don't need the Cajun Navy for shit.
$5 o'clock and 7:30, where Nolan is nowhere to be found, which consistently creates a gap where what happened to Nolan between 4:30 and 7:30. And the problem that I have with this is that even at 7:30, you don't see Nolan anywhere here, but that don't mean Nolan is still not at the island. So we don't know if Nolan has been killed by somebody at this point, has drowned at this point, or he's still somewhere else on the island with that girl or by himself. So the Cajun Navy really didn't do anything spectacular. It almost seemed more like a distraction than anything.
You are seeing a photo obtained by our friends at the United Cajun Navy. And speaking of the United Cajun Navy, joining me now is Brian Trasher, Vice President, United Cajun Navy. And for all of you attacking the United Cajun Navy, let's see that aerial footage they provided us. This is from the Cajun Navy describing their search, their aerial search. They spotted Nolan Wells's body. They have been integral in the search for Nolan Wells and helping elucidate the facts as we know them. Brace yourself, Trasher. Everybody else is getting death threats. You might as well join the party. To you, Brian Trasher, the United Cajun Navy has come up with a timeline. Now, did I hear Caitlin Becker from the New York Post correctly that that photo where the boats are named Boat 1, Boat 2, Boat 3, and Boat X, is that from you guys, the United Cajun Navy?
First of all, I want to thank you for calling this report what it is, and that's a timeline. And some people have called it an investigative report, and that's not accurate because, as you know, we're not investigators. And what we did, Nancy, was we asked our followers, say, hey, if anybody was there that day, you have pictures, videos, whatever, send it to us just so we can go through it, see if there's anything relevant. We took all that information and compiled it into just one digestible report of things we thought were relevant and could be helpful. Maybe they're not. Maybe law enforcement's already seen all this and it's nothing new to them. But we just wanted to be transparent about what we received. So going back to your question, the pictures that we received, we did not, as an organization, take any of these photographs. These are all images that we received from people who were trying to help us out and trying to help Nolan's family out.
So you asked the public for help, and you got it. You got a treasure trove of photos, and I find this one significant. Guys, we've got an all-star panel, and I would like the all-star panel to look at their screens, because I've talked about this before, Brian Trasher, and I'm frankly fed up with attacks on the United Cajun Navy. They're doing something, which is more than all of the haters can say.
All right, Nancy, I'm done with your ass after that. Hold up, y'all. So, I'm going to just give it to y'all raw and uncut. So, there are no hidden witnesses. We have a bunch of potential witnesses. It's all about verbiage, okay? It's not, okay? There are no hidden witnesses. We have a bunch of potential witnesses. A gap in the timeline is a big red flag, a problem, y'all, that needs filling, not shift blaming and deflection. The gap itself is not automatic evidence. Okay? It's not. It's not. Okay? This is raw and uncut, y'all. Probably boring, not exciting. It's just the truth. So, another thing that we have, this ain't mainstream, raw and uncut. We have friends consistently saying in public that Nolan chose to stay. That's been something that we've heard from consistently from a couple different people. Not only Hudson, a couple different people. That remains part of the record, y'all. Well, it did until what happened? More contradictions, right? Okay. So I think, in a sense, the best next step for the report itself, should be, we got original videos, allegedly. We have, they have phone location data. They have GPS snippets. And then they have vessel, because, the boats and stuff have GPS and shit on it. They're going to have those records. complete passenger list, so they can build a minute by minute, and that timeline can be verified. Okay, it takes time, y'all. And this shit just sucks because it makes me sick, because this ain't the first time mainstream, and it ain't gonna be the last time. Why can't this is sad? Big M, you got anything to say? I know you might be busy. If you don't come off mute, I know you're busy, but you got anything else to say? All right, y'all. Well, the biggest M, and I mean the biggest M, I do know she must be busy. So, y'all, justice for Nolan. I had to come out here with my partner and break it down. We might be back later. If not, until next time, I hope y'all be real smooth with it, real cool with it, and most importantly, as true as you can be with it, please. And remember, it's real over here, for real over here, and it's all love over here, y'all.
It sure is, y'all. I'm sorry.
You're good, Big M. I know you busy.
My grandkids and I'm just moving, so yeah.
You good? You know I like you. Go ahead, Big M.
I said I've been listening, but I've been just busy.
Oh, and I know I love you, humble queen, and I just, even when you're just right here, and we know we're always on the same page. So I appreciate everything, and tell the little M's I said salute to the baby M's, and salute to humble queen, salute to all our subscribers, and our members, and to the replay gang, salute to y'all. Be smooth with it. Salute, and my big M voice. Peace.
Peace.